Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today's live summit event in the Crew 2 will be going in to take the 70's racing glory which we locate in the state of California. We'll get yourself prepared and embrace the nostalgia feeling of the 1970s. Will be entered and take on 3 skills and 6 events. Since from 2023, from April 19th to the 26th, and now here we are right now in 2025 for March 12th to the 19th for this week. Ever since for the recap from Hypercar season, by having some 2 locations where we went down and go to the LA River to have its encore in Salam and Temecula wineries. We'll have to take the second one as well. But be sure about it, this one might get ready up and have the classic vehicles will be stepping in, and I'll have to put myself to the test without modern vehicle of the 21st century. Just only have the few cars of the 20th century, including with the aerobatics and air race discipline, will be more likely to be welcome at any time and get ready up and give a good nostalgia feeling. Will be go embrace to have a nice glory of the racing. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's begin and ready to go for today's live summit event. Okay, doing well and improve on the update by rank 759 place by 1,282,155 points to get 3 rewards, including the followers on the bronze category to get the yellow molten core tire for the epic. Exterior parts for the Koenigsegg Gemera is already been received and earned, and the famed magnet legendary for the Hypercar discipline well deserved, and moving on forward to go for the extra earning. But consider this, as I just really might need to get this complete edition from the previous until the current one. Will help myself by moving on until Full Throttle will be coming up until March 19th to the 26th as the main encore to go for another rerun. And we have Hashiria is about to be date scheduled by coming soon after Motor City is now been revealed on the date on April 2nd to the 9th. So you know the skills and events. I'll have to go warm up and have the escape. We'll go old fashioned to be heading up to downtown Los Angeles in skill 1. But remember, as I ever said earlier, no 21st century road cars or race car allowed. Just give 20th century cars is all I need to get things to go old fashioned and give the style of a classic. Just might have to go for only one good order to have a street race discipline, but no hypercars or Alpha Grand Prix at this time. Just might need to have my Corvette CR1 C6 2009 to scout the area, and I know the same spot might have to be put up to the test and have a different kind of a classic vehicles that related to the 1970s. Just make a quick U-turn here and stop here. Now on to preparation. I'll have to start out and have the filters will be selected to go on period, will be selected to go in classic. Street race is all I need to have a good preferred on selection. If you're about to go for the Alpha Grand Prix, drag race, or hypercar, just have your own pick and have a different strategy of your very own. But mine is all about to give a good old-fashioned vintage style, as I'm about to be choose and have the 1971 Lamborghini Miura SB is quite good to be quite giving a good kind of a classical road car, just like the same counterpart as a P400 Bertone prototype. As the original to go place up by having a nice good excellent performance and max out with a nitro chemist to go for a per level on 280 that contains with 622 horsepower and top speed 226 miles per hour. By having a good final version to this Miura as titled SB, this might give a good kind of a road car to be having a badge title on the side is well courtesy designed by Bertone. Let's give this old style classic dog and give it much more vintage and have a good look inside to this interior view. Looks so nice and very good classic, just like the prototype counterpart from Gran Turismo 5 to GT7. Let's turn the engine on and get this Miura SB will be put up onto the driving style and give a good open road on driving. So I have to be quick about it. Just have to go clear up and enter the gate, we'll drive away. so I had to reach by over 984 yards. Gonna have to go full stretch and give a good drag run. We'll be pulled out the nitro to give a good open ride area to have a nice street on the afternoon. So let's freaking move and bring out a good pace to have a nice good horizon in the late afternoon time condition. Feels fast and feels good. Currently, it also might have a good speed handling to have this one before enter to Temecula Wineries to be prior to have this main stage after finishing up on 3 skills. So I have to be quick about it. If I had to go take the highway, now's the time to do it. Just have to be like a wheelman. Just have to go through and have 6,000 yards until the red zone is coming in. Okay, that should be doing enough. That's going to be 65.02 yards and go for attempted update to have 1 good record. Good enough. No drag race, no hypercars, and no Alpha Grand Prix discipline. Just give the classic street racing discipline is all I need and have the first skill. We'll be doing well put up on the 108,028 points. Now let's head back to LA and go to the river just like last week as we just did before from the first time, and second time of this week we'll go for our classic muscle car ever since when driving on the Jaguar SJ220. Then it's about to go old-fashioned and make it much more 1970s style if I had to go for the Dodge Challenger RT Whip Edition or the standard version. But I got the score breaker to be set up and have the skill at 89% and resourceful in 45%. Let's give this good unique modification a go and perfectly moment to have some vanities, including the American Legends Underglow. We'll be going in to have a nice spot at the river. Let's roll out and enter the gate. Salam around the gates. We'll have to go scramble around on each path to go by in. Just make it much more hitting some objects. This will give that muscle car is all about the skills as a wheelman. Alright, just like that, and just have to take that Salam triggers to go steady up and regain control. Just might need to keep trying until reaching up the goal. But it's all about improvement of practice. This will scramble down and make it much more clear to have the last gate towards in about 2 seconds. Alright, just in time and have the total points in 23,887. That skill to check on the ground base and tally up the score point, 155,385 points. Perfect, and let's go in the air and take the skies. We'll be going on aerobatics. Clear for takeoff. We're going into the sky and soar around in the areas of Los Angeles. We'll be start out at the port. Let's enter the gate and match the breakers to go on extreme mode as I'm using with the P51 Mustang Striga. Got a good aim on checkpoint 2 and go by the 3rd checkpoint, matching in and keep a good mark on the green. That's 200 points perfect. Just have to hold it in. Alright, very nice. Now just have to keep a good airborne on the skies as I had to keep it more extremable to keep it one piece. Okay, that should do good average checkpoint clear. Only one more left and go to the finish line at the heart of LA. Alright, done and done, and good on the point effort by 28,020 points. This should be all set and raring to go to have some 6 events. Will be double checked to go encore. But almost 150,000 points. I have 149,927 points, and then drag race will go classic to take the first one by calling dibs. So heading up to Santa Monica, and I'll have to go for the Proto Hot One Inferno Edition as I had to go preferred to be recommend and give the 20th century dragster vehicle to be outfit and style besides the cars of the 21st century. So I know the usual per level to go max out at 400 and 4,423 horsepower and top speed, 337 miles per hour. Let's fire that Inferno Edition up. 3 runs and going full stretch will be on a time of day in the early dusk. This will have to go for a perfect moment until spring break is on the clock, until a few days left until winter is over. First run is in, and give a good internal orange smoke will be going on effect. Just have to stay on the green gauge and go for a perfect burn. Alright, that's a perfect start. Just give 3 times perfect and 1 times good to be adding up by more. Oh man, hot dang indeed. That's first run clear, top speed 394 miles per hour, gear shift is good. Now on to the second run, and give it more requirement to go up and be extra careful to be gently to be reaching up by 400 miles per hour to go by the main queue objective. But it takes a requirement, and Master the Proto Hub 1 is a good kind of a unique dragster model to go hot Inferno. Alright, that's good, perfect, and give a nitro and full stretch up on the main goal. Okay, that second run clear, check, and see the results. Gear shift is perfect and 394 miles per hour. Alright, now let's do the final run and then 2 events on Street Race Discipline to go for the Pontiac 5 for Trans Am and Temecula Winter Race for the no restriction only. So I have to be quick about it. This might have to go rearing up and have the duration by exactly for the range of 30 minutes. Just have to keep it perfect and stay together. Last run and perfect start. That's 3 times good, 1 times perfect. Okay, very close enough. And almost had it by a 400 mile per hour range and stop at 393 miles per hour. Okay, legendary bundle earn and go straight to the mailbox. Okay, turns out fiery hot and going well blazing. 125,611 points by 11.457 seconds. But thankfully, 1 hot dragster vehicle to go vintage and classic without having a modern day vehicle is all I need to have a good care. Then let's go to downtown LA, and this time classic muscle cars will take the streets and ready up to go for the Pontiac Firefox Trans Am 1977, as the original version will be put up onto the Pro level at 280 with 699 horsepower and top speed 227 miles per hour. The only thing about classic muscle cars is a good kind of a street racing moment since the 1970s is quite good to be popular in classic. But consider this to have some vanity is about to be equipped and give the Golden Wings tint to be having a role of a substitute as the Golden Wings addition to the same kind of a variant. But if possible, customization exterior parts will give a good kind of a different style and see how it feels to give a good Firefox as the first version, just like the second version as 1988 model. Then let's begin and overtake 3 classic muscle cars as the music will start to crank out the jam. Give a good preferred of a 1970s era by listening one of the music from Driver Parallel Lines. We'll have to go out and driving in style that you're about to have a good place to be on the open road. Just give a good nostalgia feeling, and I had to be preferred to go with drifting affixes, but instead I'll have to do it without it. This might need to go ventilated and go pure up on the quicker refill, as I had to go follow through to have some shortcuts, just like you're about to go into the alleyways. Alright, that should do enough, and give a nitro, we'll feel the jump. Yeehaw! Get airborne, and good percentage on the refill is all I need to pack up the speed. Just like that, and give a good handling respawn if you're about to go for a slide up technique to be in drifting. Just have to kick up the dust storm and go enter the tunnel. Have the checkpoint to go follow clear and going underneath onto the afternoon street. Just like that. And go smooth up and have a good line of the corner if you're about to have a single 2-lap run. Now, I'll have to take that precision to go clear without objects coming around to go by caution. Let's have that drift to go tear up onto the right turns and go through the next streets. Almost there before finishing up on the first lap. I still get the hang of it by driving with the standard version on the Pontiac Firefox Trans Am is a good kind of an icon since watching Smoking and the Bandit. That's 1 lap down, 1 more to go. Can't wait until the sprint race where I have to go back to Temecula Wineries boats, just like Hypercar Season and 70's Racing Glory for the first free run, as I had to go again and have a preferred for a style of a classic Encore. So I have 13.797 seconds, almost there. Just have to keep the same pattern up and go follow through to have the nice path to go for the alleyway. Now this is going to be well outfit on the jump. Alright, let's keep it wide open on the drift performance. Just give a good retro drifting muscle car style. Okay, that's almost there in 20 seconds behind the gap. Just stop at 80%. Made it in and go full speed ahead. Alright, just like that. Just have to drive anywhere and go anywhere, just like T gave when driving in New York City. But my kind of a style is driving around in Los Angeles when taking part of the Live Summit event for a themed background style of the 1970s. Let's kick up the drift and handling to go full speed partially. This way to go finishing up in the meantime until reaching up the podium. That's good enough on 25 seconds. Almost there and right on the arrival at the finish line. Okay, that's 4 minutes, 3.965 seconds. Let's see the results until I have to go for a follow-up catch-up, and I stand correctly. 107,627 points. That's very good on the circuit for the street race event. Then finishing up to go back to Los Angeles for the USST cities, as I'm about to go to event number 3 at Temecula Wineries for no restriction only. Just like last time for the previous week, and this week we'll have to go again and have the same no restriction only as well. As I had to go prefer to have a nice period on the style, we'll have to go for a classic, just to be a reminder if you're about to have some favorite vehicles that related to the cars of the 20th century. So I had to start out and give 2 versions of the Mazda RX-3 Raggio Edition or the Supercharged Edition ever since from Dominion Frozen back from the previous update. But maybe instead, I'll have to go with a Raggio Edition instead and see how it feels to go classic racing and go grid start by having one good possible racing effort to have a time of day to go for a usual condition to be changed up to be on the surface. We'll go into the wet. Let's get out there for 3 classics versus 1 modern day supercar. We'll join the fun. And good thing the Celine S1 is about to go again for the Encore, just like the original back then from 2023. Moment for the challenge on the Mazda RX-3 Raggio Edition ever since by the Platinum Reward Card from the Road to Oahu Live Summit event. This will have to go down and make a good top speed by almost 240 miles per hour to kick it up into high gear after having some 2 previous sessions to have some content video as a complete addition for my very own with using the BMW MA Performance Edition and Nissan GTR R35 2020 model. Then here it goes. This will give a good retro JDM road car, will be face a good 1970s racing glory. The faster it gets, the lighter will have to keep a good solid reflexes will be put up together to have a nice 4-speed transmission. It's gonna have to go amp up to be mastered on the wet surface around onto the streets. So almost there to be stopped at 41%, crossing through the checkpoint. Naturally well and solid performance to keep a good nitro will be wait on standby to give a good full on capacity. So I have to do this, and this race is going to be a perfect moment to go for the encore after last week from Hypercar season to have a nice evening condition to go either on sunny day, rain or snow. But you forgot that snow condition is going to be a best time to go for a perfect comeback after spending some few weeks around into the rain forecast. So here comes the turn. Just keep that traction up and stay maintained to go full on balance without losing a grip. That should do very good enough. Now gonna have to keep a good lighter up on the brake. Got to hold it together. It's all about retro sports car is gonna have to stay and tame the wet surface onto the streets. Okay, close call. Better have a good traction and reflexes to be using on the brakes. Just give that super pace of the UDRS Insportec Spirit and give the Ride Geo addition to the RX3. We'll be going back on the road and make it perfectly to go clear up to be performed on the line. Motion drifting is all I get, and finish line is just right over here by almost in 3 minutes. That should be good enough. Decimal by 0.691 seconds in 3 minutes, and give the results to be tally up, and there you go. 104,586 points. I'll have to come back again soon by Monday and Tuesday just to be a reminder to have some 3 races to go. We'll be moving on and take part to be in pro racing by having 3 touring car events. Not yet until going back to LA for the USB Tour Cities. This will moving on to go to the Golden Hills racetrack for the Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby Old Timer Edition. Is about to be reverted back to the stock per level at 229. 370 horsepower and top speed 192 miles per hour to put up to the test and give an old-fashioned race car. Will be embraced to give a 3-lap run and have some classic race car will be joined on session to be ready up and give the nostalgic feeling of the 1970s. And also you have to have the other cars from the 60s and 50s will be ready up and start the countdown in 3 seconds. Here I go and finish in the top 3. And it's up right now, and the 935 2.0 Coupe Baby Old Timer Edition has got everything to be worked up and head start to be in the first turn. That's sector 1 clear, and gonna have to take turn 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the meantime to have double hairpins before the second sector is currently in session. Without a GT wing spoiler, just give the drag wing spoiler is all about to have a good solid speed work and have the top speed limit to go by 192 miles per hour. As sector 2 clear, now double hairpin by the single in the right and the second to go to the left. There you go. Just make that perfect line to go clear, solid up, and have the third sector to go wide open on the chicane. Now, this will have to go pack up in full straight to have enough nitro, just in case if you really needed to go full straight to be moving up into the next lap by the current. So first lap clear, entered at lap number 2. Just like that, and give a good full nitro to stay together and have the second turn to go back in without pulling out the brake. But remember folks, this Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby Oldtimer Edition is a Platinum Summit Reward car. If you don't have this one, this will have to be reserved to have the event to go for the rerun after the original back from April 2023. But luckily, this is a very good kind of a classic race car of the 1970s, just like the original variation. So it's about to get closer. Just make the full circle. We'll have to be heading back to LA as I had to be set reminder for the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competitive Sione will be reserved for event number 6 after the 6th stage of the USST West. So here comes the final lap. Got to work it together and feel the vintage of a classic Porsche race car is all about having a good moment of the glory. Just keep that line check and work it together. But talk about having a good technique of practice as I come here before since the original on the first day. Now going for a lighter brake. Perfection check and have the second hairpin to go again at the lap. So here comes the best part. Whenever you have enough nitro, just use it all you got and have the final turn to go on the right to get there near at the apex whenever you see the finish line. And look at it go, almost 200 miles per hour, and give the total time by 3 laps is all about to have a good succeeded podium finish in 3 minutes 17.837 seconds but receive 45,000 bucks earned. Just like that, and perfect by 123,393 points in one race is perfect for the old timer on the Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby indeed. So combo event is coming up, and this time Rallycross discipline for the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo in the touring car discipline will be ready to go to take the 5th event as a penultimate in 70's Racing Glory. Stage number 6 of the US Speed Tour West from Golden Hills to Los Angeles is about to be ready to take a time attack by outfit to go with off-roading tires on the Benetton. If I were you folks, you might need to have 2 types of off-roading tires when using the 911 Carrera RSR Turbo. Is what you need to do is stay together and face up onto the dirt trail whenever you might need to stay in the balance. Driving on asphalt is good, but driving on dirt is challenging to face up impossible when driving in the touring car discipline. Ask the per level to be exactly as usual to go in 320, 670 horsepower, top speed 249 miles per hour, and handling level to be balanced on intermediate. If you're about to keep a good motion and give a balance of speed and handling is all you need to have. Then let's get it on folks. I had to prepare myself, and this time Night Shift Smoke Trail is about to go on special effect that you guys really want to take a good look. Let's do the countdown in 3 seconds and go green by beat the time limit in 7 minutes and 20 seconds to face the dirt trail any way we can. But tarmac is doing safer, and one good time attack race car is all about to have a skill pool to do some perfect corners on the line in one good part of the time attack event. So I have to be proceed with exercise caution. It's going to be very tougher up for having one touring car discipline as we come here before, and we're about to do it again. See, this is very good for the night shift smoke trail. Is going faster and dasher on effect. You'll have to go careful up and solo up to stay in the tarmac before we're about to go hit the dirt. Just have to stay clean and stay safe. Try not to avoid contact on the barriers. And we're going in to hit the dirt. Sometimes it gets slower, but balance is all about to keep things to go stable and suitable. It's like we're off-roading in the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo is gonna be a slow down effect. Just might need to keep it careful, folks. Come on, just have to stay on in. Goes up and keep it going stable down. Alright, that's the ticket. Update on the gap in 18.341 seconds. Alright, bearing up and good for 31% update to be stopped on to the main current part of the route area. But also yet, just try to keep things calm and stay together. But we know that one touring car racing discipline is not the good time to do some driving on the off-road areas. Just have to stay on track, and nitro is already at full capacity. Just have to go checkpoint by checkpoint until we're about to go back onto the tarmac. Just feel the need for speed and feel the handling. But I know it's tough, but we have to deal with it. There we go. Just slam up for having a good lighter speed, and we're about to get back on the road. Checkpoint clear and going faster up on the pace. Okay, halfway there is complete. Now gonna have to take 51%. It's gonna have to take a little bit more further time on notice. We'll be there and have this one event to be finished by 100,000 points to go climbing up and over whenever we have to keep up and keep trying. Okay, that's gonna have to take a little bit more practice to do some late braking, but we still got this one in one piece. Okay, good enough to be exiting to the off-ramp, and we're about to take the highway. It's only down to 30% to go. Just have to keep climbing and keep going faster. Just like that, asphalt is good for the touring car, and off-roading areas is going to be a bad thing for touring cars that will cause a disadvantage to go slow down the speed. Come on, just have to keep climbing. Checkpoint clear, and update by the gap in 1 minute. Just tame that race car proportion and go achieve to success to climb up the hill. Come on, almost there. Just take one jump and steady up careful. Alright, top on that, and next checkpoint on the way. Okay, very close call, and Night Shift Smoke Trail is still coming along nicely. Give a good win on aerodynamics. Okay, that should do well by 1 minute, 23 seconds, and keep a good update to have that checkpoint to go blind corner, and off-roading trails is going to be a slow, impatient time. But I've always had to be a little bit more impatient when it comes to have a time of the essence to keep things to go rack up the points. And we're about to have a half circle to be finishing up soon to be heading back to Los Angeles. And there we go. Take that off-road, and possible time adjusted in 5 minutes, 52.210 seconds is job well done. Okay, that's good, and 118,781 points by taming the off-road trail is all about to have things to keep it nice and calm for concentration. So back to LA, and event number 6 will be taking on to the USB Tour Cities is gonna have to be grabbing up and go for the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. But it's about time, after hours of warming up in session, to have myself to go for a thought of brainstorming to have a good scene, and the main segment is all about learning up the basics and have everything to become as a true successful expert on every week in the Live Summit event. For the last car in the 70's Racing Glory before entered to the USST Cities at Los Angeles by using the Ferrari 365 GTB Competizione 1971. 761 horsepower, top speed, 249 miles per hour is quite good to be early balanced on the intermediate and per level at 320. Fully modified, and give it all I got as I need to go faster and be quick about it. More nitro, more speed, and more classic race car will take a good glory as I'm about to begin in about 3 seconds and wait until the green. Let's do this, and I'll have to go fast and take the head start before the first and second turn as 7 racers will go style in classic. The 365 GTB4 Competizione is going to have to take a good time attack rush in 3 laps around the course in Long Beach to be part of Los Angeles. Just like to take that next turn and go quicker up and have a good watchful eyes on the gap. But it takes more practice. I just really had to take this part to be on a follow-up catch-up. As I ever did this before, but hopefully I'll have to do it again any way I can and keep things to go work enough to prove myself to become as a classical racing car driver to become in professional. So I had to do it much more carefully to be needed and have the possible main objective to go by round in under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Got to keep it steady and watch out the barriers. This could be a one tough obstacle course. Alright, that's 1 lap down. 2 to go, and gonna have to go back to the runabout on turn 2 by the corner. Just have to keep it slow and keep up the good speed. Just might need to go climb up onto the main gap distance away from 7 opponents in classic race cars. As you can see, folks, clean racing when using a right kind of a classic race car just like the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. It's legendary, and it still has some good racing roots ever since from the 1970s that took part in the famous racing series, especially for having one good famous endurance races to see this car in action. It's still rare and well vintage to be well outfitted to be designed on the track. Got to keep going. Halfway there is almost done, and gonna have to stay together to have that main elevation onto the width of the track. Final corner is going clear to make it onto the last one. Racing fasting in and heading up to the final lap. Got to keep going and make some good hopes of reputation is all I need to have that segment to go rearing up and make it much more improved with the update. So I have a good mark on 11.9 seconds until reaching up into 12. Got to keep up the faster work, then drop the hammer. But it's all about doing some practice and make it like a dream. Just have to keep going. Time is on the rush and feel the essence after doing some hours of working session. Okay, now going on to the penultimate corner towards the last. Let's turn up ahead and finish line in sight. And it's all clear, and take a good look for only one received 200,000 followers after doing one attempt workout and have 3 minutes 29.109 seconds. Okay, good enough, but I just need to keep working on for having a one follow-up catch-up, folks, and very much more needed to have some common, rare, and epic parts just to be needed to have some spare parts to be converted. Solid racing work done, and update for the Platinum at rank 2000 to 76th place in 1,151,709 points. Just in time before 1 day left until at the end of this week for March 19 in 70's Racing Glory at the end of the rerun for the Live Summit event. So what do you guys think? It's all about having a big circle to become in order to have some 3 skills to be on a 2 land base and 1 air base, followed by with Drag Race Vehicle along with 2 street race events for the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am in downtown LA East and Temecula Wind Race, along with the other 3 touring car events, including for the Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby Oldtimer Edition at Golden Hills Racetrack, followed by the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo in the 6th stage of the US Speed Tour West, and Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione in USST Cities at LA. Everything is all together, and the best moments out there to have some good ones, and even for the least to have 1 time attack events to be faced up in the dirt. But sometimes all you have to do is gonna have to keep trying until you are about to be reaching up towards the 100,000 point by the range of limitation in each part of the 6 events, followed by with 3 skills. But I'll have to be sure to come back again and have escape and touring car discipline for only 1 event to be required to be climbing up and get there before moving on in full throttle by the upcoming week. Just until March 19 through the 26th to get the next 4 rewards, including with some followers, Drag Race Edition to the Dodge Challenger SRT-A 392, full throttle tire on the Epic Vanity is checked, and Nitric Chemist boosted for the Alpha Grand Prix discipline. As for the encore for the upcoming event date schedule, only 1 Pagani Huayra will take part as a combo event for the touring car event, followed by with 2 proto vehicles on the jet sprint by using a rocket, and Alpha Grand Prix for the Alpha Mar X, followed by with drag race, hypercar, air race, labeled to be on no restriction, along with speed trap, aerobatics, and escape. So once April Fool's opening is about to be maintained by the upcoming date schedule before at the end of this month and early in April 2nd, and then next 4 rewards on Motor City on April 2nd through the 9th will get the next 4 rewards as usual to get the Ford Mustang GT, Fame Magnet Boosted for the Rally Raid, Nightfall Underglow for the Epic, and usual 150,000 followers will go for a quadruple check. So I'll have to be sure until April Fool's opening until March 26th at the end of the month and April 2nd in the early month at the beginning, as I'm about to wrap it up until at the end. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Deeper Than Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.